It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that being said, let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so we know that The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 11 is set to premiere May 19th, and we are so excited. We know that there are a few major storylines that we have to look forward to, and it's going to be one hell of a challenging season, I think, just to say the least. There was one housewife in particular who recently spoke out in an interview, and she let us know exactly how challenging it was. Dorit Kemsley spoke out, and she was talking about Erika Girardi and what it was like watching her go through not only her divorce, but having her name break through the media. She was talking about how challenging it was to watch someone who she genuinely cares about, who is her friend, go through all of this, not only personally, but publicly. Of course, you know, a lot of fans have been saying, well, Erika Girardi should not have even been on this season. It doesn't make sense. Why would you want to live this out on a public platform? Well, just to be fair, Erika Girardi was already filming and signed on to do the show before she filed for divorce. So she knew that once she filed for divorce, that was going to be a part of the show. Technically, yeah, she could have waited until filming was over, but it seems like fans think that there was a bigger reason as to why that divorce was filed. Now, of course, we see her in the trailer, the super trailer, which is super intense, just to be fair. I guess that's why it's called a super trailer. We see her going through the ups and downs, and she's being questioned by everyone. Dorit Kemsley looks at her across the table and says, you know, Erika, when I heard widows and orphans, it just made me sick to my stomach. You know, there was also a scene with Garcelle when Garcelle was asking her on a hike, did you know about any of this stuff that your soon-to-be ex-husband is going through before you filed for divorce? Did you know about the alleged embezzlement and all of the victims who are owed over millions and millions of dollars? Did you know about the creditors and the vendors who need to be paid back? Did you know that you both were in for almost $50 million of debt collectively? She said no. The only person that knew was him. Fans didn't really like that answer because a lot of people don't believe her. However, what we can say is it doesn't matter if you believe her or not. That is her truth, and that's what she's standing in. She hasn't never been convicted of a crime, so we can't just come out here and say, Erika Girardi, you're a liar. But she is under a lot of scrutiny right now because these victims need to be paid back. Now, of course, there were two trustees appointed over their bank accounts and their assets, and they've been liquidating as much as they can in order to pay back the victims, the creditors, and the vendors. But it seems like Erika Girardi is not necessarily willing to participate. They were selling her home, her Pasadena mansion, and she petitioned to get over $600,000 out of the sale of the home. She said that she was married to this man for over 20 years, and she deserves it. Now, a lot of us were wondering, well, could that be for your legal fees? Is there something bigger here? Why randomly $600,000? Also, the trustees were trying to get a hold of Erika and ask her to hand over all of her high-end jewelry. And we've seen it before, especially on the show, her Cartier ring that's worth over $100K. And I'm sure there's so much more. It's been reported that she's been gifted over $20 million in, you know, high fashion clothes and jewelry and cars. And she says that that is not community property. Those were gifts from my husband, and they're not up for grabs. Now, I don't think that's necessarily for Erika to decide, because if the court wants to take her assets, they absolutely will, especially because her signature was on a few of the documents, making it a little bit of a liability. I mean, she hasn't, again, been proven guilty, so we can't just sit up here and put her on trial and convict her and be like, liar. But there's a lot of questionable moves here that fans want more answers to. One of them being the fact that after she filed for divorce, she didn't really tell anyone why she was filing for divorce, which that's her own personal business. But then her soon-to-be ex-husband came out was diagnosed with late onset Alzheimer's and early dementia. After that, the Pasadena mansion, which was supposed to be up for sale, was burglarized, and who knows what went missing out of that house. And then it seems like there were a few other questionable activities, but again, no one's been convicted. You can't sit up here and say, they did it or they didn't. We don't know. That's for the courts to decide. We're just sitting back as innocent bystanders, spectators, watchers, and fans of the show trying to see exactly how this plays out. Fans also found it convenient the fact that she posted it for a few hours and immediately took it right down, screenshots between her soon-to-be ex-husband Thomas Girardi and the justice in California, because I guess they were allegedly hooking up. There was an affair there, and it got her into a lot of trouble. The justice ended up sending out a lawyer after Erika, letting her know, you better zip it and stop raking my name through the mud, or you're going to have bigger legal problems than you know. Fans were wondering, is this sort of a cop-out and you're pretending like, this is why your husband and you're getting a divorce because there was an alleged cheating scandal? And how old were these text messages? Now, that's neither here nor there, but again, we know that this will play out on the show. It seems like not only fans, some fans don't believe her, but it seems like some of her cast members don't believe her either. One of our new diamond holders, Sutton Strack, kind of alluded to the fact that she felt like Erika might be lying on the show, and Erika looked at her and she pretty much told her to back down, or what are you going to do about it? Sutton looked at her and was like, I'm not going to do anything. And Erika was like, exactly. Then shut the up. I mean, she would scare me, to be honest with you. But it's not all about Erika Girardi. We have a few other newbies who are coming in, and apparently, as per Dorit, they faced some challenges too. Dorit said that she welcomed the new housewife, Crystal Kung Minkoff, and she said that she immediately got on with her. She didn't know her until they started filming the show, and we know that she was a big friend of Kathy Hilton's. Kathy actually didn't want to film the show unless Crystal was brought on. It was kind of like her safety blanket, something that made her comfortable, and part of the reason that she did end up filming for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 11. Now, we know that Crystal Kung Minkoff has a few challenges with some of the other cast members, Sutton being one of them, when she tells Sutton that she's just an awkward, insecure person. We see that in the trailer, and Sutton gets up and walks away and tells her how hideous her leather pants are, and you go, Sutton. You tell her whatever you want. But Crystal stands there and she's like, girl, bye. I think we're going to really enjoy her. What we do know is that she is a mother of two. She's married to a big Disney executive, and she's kind of got it all. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Dorit also let us know that Kathy Hilton joining the show, it's going to be fun because she has such an incredible personality. She's extremely funny, and she is Beverly Hills, let's be honest. Living in a $50 million mansion, having your daughter be Paris Hilton, being married to Rick Hilton. Hello, there's a Hilton hotel literally in every city that you can think of, unless you're living under a rock. I mean, we know who the Hiltons are. So with that, it comes a big name, a huge, an even bigger brand, and a lot of money. And that's something that we've been missing from the Housewives for quite some time, is just that money, that monetary value, and seeing the lavish lifestyles that we started out the franchises with. We've been bringing more and more housewives onto these franchises who are a little bit more down to earth. They don't have the huge diamonds. They don't have 10, 15, $25 million sitting in their bank accounts, and fans haven't been necessarily as excited about that. I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone. Some have, but some haven't. Leah McSweeney was one of them. They thought that she was too young and she didn't have enough of that lifestyle to bring to the table. However, she did bring a big personality and she didn't take anyone's shit. So maybe we should start implementing different sorts of housewives from different walks of life. I applaud it. I want to see the rich, lavish lifestyles, but I also want to see down to earth, and I want to see personality. I want to see housewives that just keep it moving, right? Dorit pointed out the fact that she has a relationship with Kathy Hilton independent of Kyle Richards, that they've been in the same social circles for quite a few years, and Dorit knew Kathy without Kyle. So she was really excited for her to be joining the show, and she was excited for her personality to really shine through. Now, a lot of fans wanted to know, will Kyle and Kathy not be getting along? What does that sister dynamic look like, especially after Kyle and Kim really butt heads for years and Kathy Hilton was always coming to Kim's defense? Well, we see in the trailer, it looks like they're getting along just fine. And that's what we want. We want to see sisters get along. We don't want to see everybody in one big, massive cat fight. It can't all be conflict. We need resolution as well. So I'm excited about that. As for Dorit said that the majority of her storyline this season will be the ups and downs and challenges of her and her husband, PK, what home life looks like during COVID, and what's going on within their family, the challenges that they're currently facing. Now, does anyone care about that? We're going to have to wait and see. But I think that everyone's so freaking invested at this point in Erika Girardi and what's going on with her, and excited to see our new housewife, and excited to see Kathy Hilton. I don't think that Dorit, her new bridal business, and the challenges that she's facing at home with PK, I don't think it holds a candle. I am curious though, because there's one housewife who's been sort of quiet this season, and quiet, I guess, maybe in a good way, because she kept the last few seasons moving, but that would be Lisa Rinna. We don't know much that's going on with Lisa Rinna, and we do know that, no one will talk about her husband or else she'll lose her shit. So with that, what exactly is Lisa Rinna's storyline this season? Unless she's instigating stuff that's going on with Erika Girardi, which it doesn't look like that's the case, because if you see them on social media, they're constantly together, they're really good friends, and it seems like Lisa Rinna for once is butting out of the situation. I mean, it's most definitely a first. One other thing that Dorit pointed out was the fact that, and we all know this, when the housewives film, they go through these trials and tribulations, these challenging moments in their lives, and they have to film through it, and then they get about a 2 to 3 month break. After they get their break, of course, the trailer comes out, then the season comes out, and they have to rewatch and relive all of it with the rest of the world. She said that's going to be hard, not only for her, but of course for Erika this season, because with that comes your supporters and comes the backlash. I cannot wait. One last person I don't want to just sleep on would be Garcelle. Hopefully, I mean, we've seen that Garcelle's career has been booming ever since she joined the Real Housewives. She's on The Real, she started Coming to America, she's been on numerous covers, and she might even start dating here again soon. If she's dating on the show, then I will love to watch it. I would love to see her in this environment, kind of meeting new men, meeting new potential suitors, especially after her ex-husband cheated on her for so long and screwed her over. I think this woman deserves it all. She deserves the happiness, the love, the career. She deserves it all. So I hope that we get to see that from Garcelle. And with that, I don't really know what else we could look forward to. Again, this is the Erika Girardi season that we've been waiting for. We know what it's about. Guys, I want to know what you're looking forward to most, though. Is it the Erika Girardi stuff? Is it Kathy Hilton? Does anyone care about Dorit's new bridal business? I mean, while we all applaud her and we're like, yes, girl, go get it, make your money. Is it that big of a deal? And where is Lisa Rinna? Why is she not instigating and doing what she does best? Where are you? Does somebody need to talk about the husband in order to get her to come out of hiding? Maybe. Guys, if you haven't already commented below, make sure you do that. And before you go, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Check us out every Monday and Wednesday. Thanks for watching Up and Adam.